I'm at my daughter's house today. The pool is green and cloudy. Why? Well, she came out to drain some of the water this morning and she found out that the pool pump wasn't working. So let's figure out what the problem is and tell you what we're going to do about it. If you need shade on your deck or patio this summer, check out Toya Grid Pergola Kits. You source the lumber locally and can assemble this modular system in as little as 30 minutes. Check the video description for links to videos and more information about Toya Grid. Welcome to HandyDadTV. I'm Chris Heider, your virtual dad in the cloud, and today we're talking about pool care. And that is the rooster in my neighbor's yard over here. I don't have a pool myself anymore. I moved out of that house, but my daughter has one, and you can see it is green and cloudy. So I got to figure out what the problem is. All right, trying to diagnose why the pool filter doesn't work. And from the looks of the pool, it's been off for a couple days. So the first thing to try is the circuit breaker. Let's make sure that's working okay. All right, I reset the circuit breaker. Timer is running at least. Now I'm just gonna open this up to do some simple electrical investigation. Now this is 220 volts on this line, so you do have to be careful. And the way this is wired, the two black ones, the two black wires are the line, and you can see that is red. So that means I've got power on the line, which is why you hear the timer working. And then the two red wires are the ones that go to the pump. Now those are off, but if I flip this, now I've got power going to the pump. So it is not the timer, it is absolutely the pump. All right, we gotta go for a new pump then. Yep, that's a green pool. And you know, the funny thing is, I just, today, this morning, released my video on the Sutro Smart Pool Monitor, which is right over here. The thing about having a smart pool monitor is that you don't need to look at your pool every day. And so you don't notice that it's turning cloudy and green. So that's why I say the filter's not been working for a few days and they never noticed it. We checked online and a new pump is $5.99 on Amazon, and it'll take 3 to 5 days to deliver. The alternative is to buy it locally, but it would be $100 more. So, being as frugal as we are, we already ordered it online, and we are gonna try to put the pool on life support for the week that it's gonna take for it to arrive. And part of me was tempted to just cover the pool and deal with it in the spring. But it is July 31st, we're in New Jersey, and we've got, you know, another 5 weeks of potential swimming weather. So the first thing we're gonna do to put it on life support is shock it. And that way it's gonna super chlorinate the pool, but in order to do that, we need to circulate the water. And since the pump is broken, we're gonna do the next best thing, and we're gonna use a pool cover pump. So I'm just gonna put that on the bottom of the pool and assume that it's going to at least circulate the water somewhat. All right, looks like the pump is working, and that's a good thing. Now you can see the pump's been running for about 15 minutes and stuff is swirling around. The irony would be if we actually burn out the pool cover pump this week from doing this, because it'll cost more than $100 to replace that. So the money we save, you never know. Next, I am gonna shock it with a full bag of shock. That's gonna raise the chlorine level to probably about 10. You pre-dissolve it first. Use a stick to stir it up. Make sure it's dissolved. Now, in my opinion, there's really no advantage to replacing the pump and the filter at the same time. Even if they sell them as a package with a little bit of a discount, you can always repair the insides of your filter. In fact, we did that last year. We replaced not only the valve, but we replaced all the guts inside the filter. So for most, we got pretty much a brand new filter as it is. At this point, we're just gonna replace the pump. All right, we're gonna leave it like this for a week. Well, hopefully less than a week. We'll see how long it takes the pump to arrive. And we'll be back. All right, it's the next day, and the moral of the story here is chlorine alone will not keep your pool clear. You do need to filter out the dead stuff. Because right now I can't even see the the drain on the bottom. So it's gotten cloudier than it was yesterday. Well, it is 4 days later. The pump has arrived. And the pool, she is a swamp. And I can only imagine what it would have looked like if we didn't put the shock in it and circulate it with the pump on the bottom, which you can still see the stuff is moving. So the pump is still working, which is great. But now we got to change it. The new one. Look at that. It's nice and shiny. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, Chris, why didn't you get a variable speed pump? They're the latest craze. They save energy, etc. Well, they're about 3 times as much. And even if they save energy, I mean, we only have our pools open for like 4 months here anyway. So I don't think it's worth it for that kind of money. So we went with the old-fashioned single speed pump. All right, it took a bit of finagling, but we got it out and we got this to come off. And it was, you know, badly corroded in here, so it's really stuck. Pretty straightforward to replace. There's just 2 wires coming in from the side there. The 2 reds are the hots and the green is the ground, and they come both in here, all 3 of them. The ground gets connected to the green screw and the 2 hots get connected here. And there was a cute little note here that said, hello, you may damage me unless you read this tag. But it's basically saying that it's pre-wired for 230 volts and you'd have to move this to do 115 volts. But we're 230 volts, so we're fine. So I put the same wires back on the way they were. Always twist them to the right going around the screw so that when you tighten them down. And I made sure that they were twisted good so there was no strands are actually going to touch. Nothing bad's going to happen.
Oh, it's lighter than the other one.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, the other one had water in it. Of course, I don't have the right size pliers. That's going to be a problem. Well, we're going to make them as hand tight as we can. Righty-tighty. Uh-oh. I think we're going to need more. Got one connected. Wah, wah, wah. It looks like it needs to go a little bit lower. It could be that needs to be screwed in more. And a combination of screwing that in further, and we're going to remove the dirt that was under that base. Hope for the best. Success. So here at the timer, I have connected the ground in the back, and then using this, you can see we've got line and load, line and load. The line is the black, that's the voltage coming in, and the load is the one that goes to the pump. So that's the red ones. I'm just gonna connect them back up there, and we're gonna fire it up. And do the honors. Success!
Success! Great success!
Alrighty, let's take this thing out of here. It served its purpose. We do have one minor gotcha here, one little hiccup, and it was sucking air right here because of the way this gasket was not installed correctly. So we're gonna have to try and fix that. Otherwise, it might be a warranty call. All right, after 2 bags of shock, it is running, and it is actually really strong. The current is really strong coming out of it, the pressure. So hopefully, this is gonna filter the pool even better than the old pump, because I think the old pump was on its way out. So, thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you in the next one.
Welcome home.
Be sure to subscribe and watch our new series, The Living Flip. Ooh. And that has 1.25 inches.
It's the little one. That's